We are Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar, giving you a raw take on movies, television, and pop culture. My name's Chris.
My name is Scott.
I am JB4.
How you doing, fellas?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
All things considered.
Yeah, we missed our normal time, which I got reprimanded by Not Real Radio. They
Surprised
actually,
we all didn't get called on that.
I got called
I know,
from
on
the
the phone.
show on the air.
You're on the
No
air.
shit.
Hang up if you don't want to listen to us. Hang up.
Oh, so you were listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, they asked me what I thought about your hairstyle.
I heard it.
So there you go.
I heard it. The Demogorgon.
Well, the way I look at it, the Demogorgon. The way I look at it is, if you're a ginger dude, you got to make it look like you got fire coming off of
I
your
like
head.
that.
So that's it.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall. He did warn me about it at the show at the Flash Gordon the Stash Gordon show.
Stash Gordon show.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna talk about your hair. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, he just wanted you to give you an excuse to listen. That's pretty much it. So
There you go.
he just wanted you to listen.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, I don't listen.
Well,
that much, so
they
whatever.
asked if I was pissed off at him, and I was like, "No, dude, it's just been really fucking hectic." But hey, guess
They
what?
didn't believe you.
Life's of course they don't. They break balls. But life has sorted itself out, and we're good to go. So yeah, we should be right back on schedule with the Not Real Movie News. We ask you to go check out Not Real Radio over on iTunes. Check out Mark Alley and Mayday.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on this thing, man. All right, I went and saw Thor 3, and I didn't like it. I'm just gonna lay it out. I'm just gonna lay it out. I'll give you what I did like, and then I'll give you what I didn't like.
Okay.
What I did like, the movie looked awesome. Like, as far as the look, how everything was designed and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was really intrigued by the garbage planet that was run by Jeff Goldblum's character. Yeah, all of the refuse, kind of like falling out of a cosmic asshole in the middle of the sky. Was pretty awesome. Yeah, the devil's anus. I mean, as far as like the looks, the sets, that stuff. I mean, dude, like everything was awesome. Like the cannibals that had like the weird kabuki masks and shit and stuff like that. I mean, just super neat, man. I mean, it looked phenomenal. What just turned me off about the movie is that it's just I like it better when Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, Drax, Groot, and Gamora deliver this type of humor, because it was established in their movie.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I would say it, but Thor Part 1, I think, is the best Thor movie out of the three. So,
yeah, let me put it to you this way. There was a little humor in Thor 1. When he's eating breakfast and pounding on the table and fetch me another of this. And,
yeah, which to me that's fine.
Yeah. But to me, like, Thor the comic was never my favorite comic. In fact, it was my least favorite Marvel character. It more often than not seemed like a history lesson than actual comic adventure that I was interested in. And to me, without lots of humor that kind of takes the piss out of that whole idea, you get Thor 2, which took everything very seriously and was boring as fuck.
Yeah, Thor 2 really sucked.
It's the second worst movie.
This
Ultron.
movie's definitely better than Thor 2, and I don't even like this movie. So,
right.
I mean, like Thor 2, I'm kind of like indifferent about it, but what's crazy about it is like, if this makes any sense, Thor 2 sucks compared to Thor 3, but I can give you 10,000 more reasons of vitriolic pissing and moaning about Thor 3 than I can over Thor 2.
Are you going to give
Thor
us like,
2
the
just
top
flat
three
out
one?
sucks.
Are you going to give us the top three?
Really,
Thor
I
3?
mean, from the very beginning, when you're chained to a ceiling, and there is a Titan class, like basically Lucifer, Beelzebub, devil, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that for a fact is like going to use a flaming sword to destroy your homeland, and you sit there and just kind of like bust his balls and jokey joke make while you're fucking turning around on a chain. Yeah, I didn't like it.
He got caught on purpose, though.
Right.
That was on purpose. So it was all a plan.
All right. I thought that the gladiator thing, all the gladiator characters were just like flat out silly. They were just fucking dumb. The Hulk was awesome until he turned into Bruce Banner, and then it went into instant suckage after that.
Oh,
I liked it when it was Hulk. Like, I even liked him when he's like sitting like in his quarters and shit, and he's just sitting there, eating spaghetti squash and just talking shit like a, basically like an angry 12-year-old. You know, I thought even that was pretty good. I like that stuff. I thought that was good. But as soon as he turned into Banner, it went into instant jokey joke making. The other thing that I didn't like also is and this was something that really turned me off to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Way too many references and winks to former movies.
Okay.
Way too much of that shit. I mean, that's fine if you want to reference them. Like, I'm fine with the reference of Loki walking through the treasure room and he sees the Tesseract sitting on the, sitting in the trophy room or the
I know what you're talking about.
reliquary or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm fine with that. Like, that's
Is that what it's called, the reliquary?
The reliquary or whatever. I mean, just things that hold relics. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it's called. The great safe.
The
That's
treasure room.
Is that a D&D thing?
Huh?
Reliquary? Is that a...
Yeah, that's an old gamer thing.
That's cool.
The treasure room.
You're the one with the 25-cent words now. Awesome.
Yeah, but only thing with it is mine don't actually exist, even when I'm trying to use real English. So what it comes down to is that when he's passing through and, I see a wink like that, that's fine. But when the Hulk, like, basically grabs Thor by the leg and starts doing the whole slam and all that stuff,
Right.
and Loki stands up in the middle of the thing and says, "Now you know how that feels," but he's trying to keep cover that he doesn't even know these fucking people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. He's sitting there and, like, obviously talking out of turn when he's trying to fool Jeff Goldblum's character that he has no idea who Thor and the Hulk are. I mean, it's just dumb. Fucking dumb. But as far as how it looked fantastic. It was a great looking movie. Really cool. I thought I liked the spaceships. I thought the spaceships were awesome. I liked the old girl with the Valkyrie with her with her virtual reality, bracelets that can control all the fucking machine guns to her ship and everything. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
I think that when you have a luxury liner that you use and that can actually take deep vacuums of cosmic space, and there's a button on there that you think is some kind of death blossom, but the largest button on your console provides a video of Jeff Goldblum singing happy birthday to himself. It's fucking dumb. So I just didn't like it. It's just not for me. The movie's not for me.
I got you. That's.
I've always wanted to talk to myself, and I got to do it today. So there it is.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Rogue One, it seems to me.
Let's
going back
do Civil War because I don't want to talk about Star Wars. Civil War.
Okay, well, Civil War. I mean, I still don't understand what you dislike about this movie.
I don't understand what you don't like about that movie.
Well, no, but but the thing with it is that I've provided you
I
information.
did provide. We can go back on that show and listen to it again. I mean, I was more disappointed by the formula that was literally spelled out to me in the first 5 minutes of the movie for Civil War. Like, I was like, all right, well, that's what this movie's going to be about. So,
okay,
and then there were,
I still don't understand, but that's fine.
I'll find out what show it is, and we'll go back.
Look, it all comes down to this. You all apparently like Thor a lot. Y'all gave it 3.5 out of gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Y'all were entertained.
What do you give it?
This one here. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 2.
All right.
I give it 2 for the visuals. The visuals were fucking great. They were really, really good. I gotta say the special effects was top shelf. The shit looked amazing. And the references to Flash Gordon I saw pretty much all throughout the movie.
Yeah.
They were all over the fucking place.
Not Real Radio did like their little. See, I listened to the show, guys. They did their review, and they talked about how the Led Zeppelin was too much for it. But I think the Led Zeppelin song was appropriate.
Well, the thing with the Led
opinion.
Zeppelin song is that if you know the lyrics to the Led Zeppelin song, it's
why.
wholly appropriate.
Right.
I mean, it talks
and
about.
I like how they use it at the end in the big battle again.
It talks. The song is about a fucking Viking kicking ass. I mean, that's what the song's about.
Hammer of the God.
Yeah, right. I mean, Hammer of the Gods and all that shit's all mentioned. I mean, it's like it's written about Thor.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was cool. The little backstory on the Led Zeppelin tune is that Marvel had to pay huge money to use that music because
That's why they use
Jimmy
it twice.
Page. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
well, I
right.
mean, well, they paid for the they paid
Right.
for the usage.
I'd
but,
use it the whole movie.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, when they paid for it, I mean, Jimmy Page said, yeah, we'll allow you to use the song, but you have to pay us handsomely, and you cannot augment it in any way, shape, or form.
Perfect.
It needs to appear as it does in its original recorded
Which is funny
format.
because they do augment it in the beginning.
Yeah.
And in the trailers they do it too.
The only song,
So-
the only song that I think that Led Zeppelin, basically like gave them super cheap usage of was almost famous because Cameron Crowe. It is based on his experiences being on tour with them. So yeah, they were the, and I mean they used fuck, dude. They used. I thought it was like
It was
just
behind
use the
music.
Led Zeppelin soundtrack. Use the
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. We're going to use Houses of Holy and Physical Graffiti as the pretty much 90% of the soundtrack of the movie. So
Did Page like the usage of it in Thor? Or
Page
has he-
didn't give a fuck. Page got paid, and he
Got
said,
paid so
"Look,
much,
you can
he's
use
like,
it.
right.
You can use it, and on top of that, also is just don't change it. Other than that, toodaloo, don't take any wooden nickels. Go with God. I mean, that's pretty much it. So
All
he
right.
got his
Very good.
motherfucking movie check, and I mean, there it is.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean the Zeppelin song. I mean, dude, I'm a huge Zeppelin fan. So when
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear, I'm like, dude, it's Thor, like beating the fuck out of people. The Led Zeppelin. How do you not like that?
I don't think you can lock. I don't think you can like rock music and not genuflect at the temple of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
It's
well, of course.
impossible.
Right.
They're great.
Oh, one other thing that I did like, and 2 stars, but this is combined with my 2 stars. I really, really, really enjoyed the scene with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
cool.
thought that was
Okay.
very cool. I like that a lot. I like BC there.
Which is weird because that was a little slapstickish too. I felt like you probably would have hated that. When I thought back
I don't
on
think Doctor Strange was slapstickish so
it.
much.
That whole
I think Thor was pretty much slapstickish because he's a funny guy now. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, right.
So I
a
think that
fun
this
guy.
movie should not have been named Ragnarok. It should have been named As Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think that would have been a more fitting title for the.
well played.
Yeah,
No, you
well
have to
played.
give the well played to Brian Guillory because he's the one that came up with that.
Well,
but I
that-
do
that-
like As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good.
It's a good review diss if you didn't like it, but I mean, they fucking destroyed. Spoiler alert: they destroyed Asgard. This
Yeah.
is why I think Thor's going down. I don't think he's going to survive the Infinity Wars.
I don't know.
No, man.
It's hard to say,
And
man. Well, I
another
mean,
spoiler alert, and he's got a patch now. So I feel like once you already have that first injury, it's over. Like,
well,
that's it.
it's kind of interesting to see how it's all going to play out because Marvel naturally fucked us with the with the confirmed actors for Avengers 3.
Not necessarily.
And it's pretty much everybody. So, I mean, they gave us the Avenger 4 confirmed list too.
Yeah, but
So, I mean, dude, I
don't know. The only thing, I'm not going to go into deep rumors, but the fact that Captain Marvel is a back in time is a 90s thing. There could be there could be some kind of time thing where
the Eye of
they go
Agamotto
back,
is
or they
time
a
gem.
memory or something like that just to throw everybody off. I don't think they're that
well,
careless.
to throw some love on Marvel's way, I do have to say, my fiance and I the other night watched Doctor Strange, and that's a fucking great movie.
It is a great
That's
movie.
such a
Absolutely.
great movie.
You know, it's drawing up the rear in lists of Marvel movies in order of greatness,
which
and I'm
is
like,
really a
no.
shame.
Yeah.
I think it's most certainly top 10.
Yeah, me too.
It's not top 5,
No?
but it's top 10.
Marvel, not top 5.
well,
Fuck
only
no.
because there's so
No,
many
indeed not.
good fucking movies. But what's interesting is that all the I've read dozens of lists. Age of Ultron makes the top 10 in every one, and I would
What?
argue that is the worst.
Fuck
film of all
off!
of them.
I would say it's definitely lower. I think that, in my opinion, in the Marvel movies, the worst one is Iron Man 2. It is the fucking worst. It is a horrible movie.
It's
is
in the bottom 3, but Ultron's at the very bottom.
Ultron. Yeah,
Ultron.
that's
I
what I'm
can't watch
saying.
it.
Ultron's bottom 3. Iron Man 2 is bottom 3. You can make the argument that Incredible Hulk is bottom 3. And I think the only
I think that's
reason
my
why
last one.
I
Thor
don't think
2. Thor 2 is in my bottom.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I don't think Incredible Hulk is bottom 3. In fact, I think the only thing that kind of makes that movie suffer is the fact that it's not as connected to these other movies.
Right.
It's got connections, but
Yeah.
they're extremely loose. Like, I mean,
They
they
are.
mention Shield at the end of the movie, and you get an after credit scene with Robert Downey as Iron Man. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the only connection to these other movies.
Right.
But that's one thing I had to say that was kind of cool also about Thor was the fact that this was a standalone movie. I mean, yeah, you had to have knowledge of the previous stuff, but what I'm saying is that I don't feel that this movie. I felt that this movie was a connection to what had happened so far. I didn't really
Yeah.
feel that it was setting up to drive anything as far as the big movies are concerned. So, all right, but yeah, we burned so much time on this fucking shit, which I knew we would. But anyway,
And I was trying not to break your balls either.
Yeah.
quick one, Walking Dead. John, are you out yet?
Did you,
After the season, I'm out.
Did you watch last night?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
I didn't.
You
I
did
haven't.
not,
I haven't
right.
watched since the season premiere. And to be honest with you, I don't really foresee myself watching it because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
I'm moving on to other things already.
Wow.
well,
All right.
can we give a spoiler?
Oh yeah,
alert?
yeah. You
'Cause
can.
I don't
I
think-
mean, you don't have to spoil anything. I saw it today that there was a pretty major character death.
Well, it wasn't a major character if you're Chad Lott.
Right? Oh, you're talking about the Ezekiel,
No.
the tiger.
The
Yeah.
tiger.
Shiva.
So they killed the tiger off.
They
Yeah.
killed the tiger.
Oh well, I mean, there you go. That's a budget saver right there.
Right,
So.
Yeah. But
I would say that this episode is the best episode of the season so far, which is not saying a whole lot because it is too much action, not enough story. But this one, I mean, Ezekiel's my favorite character, and they dealt with Ezekiel a lot in this episode. So I don't know.
Did the tiger
like
get eaten by zombies, or
Yep.
he just got shot
Nope.
up?
eaten
Yeah.
by zombies?
No
which,
shit.
which I have a
Followed
problem
it
with.
straight through. Well, I mean, that's how it is in the books.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because those zombies looked particularly sloshy.
Oh.
Like I was
Yeah.
just like, that tiger would have fucking flattened them out in a heartbeat. But be that as it may, my problem, I posted today on Facebook that Walking Dead is an act 2 in a feedback loop.
No, I agree with
know?
you, John.
Like,
Right.
like there's no end game for it, as is evidenced by the fact that they said we could do this for 50 years. It's
Kirk,
apocalypse
I mean,
porn.
he's still writing the comics, so there is no.
well, we got
end game.
50. We got to, we're going to have the joy of this for another 50 years. I mean, I won't, but people who follow
Yeah.
The Walking Dead will have another 5 decades, according to them, of Walking Dead.
I don't think they're going to last that long.
Fuck no. But Kirkman originally said his idea was to get to season 12. He had a definitive
Right.
ending at season 12.
Okay.
But I'm sure that plan's changed, man, as things belch and shit cash.
yeah,
Things become
maybe.
different. So
Maybe he might see the end.
I'll put it to you this way: knowing that it's Nicotero, right?
yeah, huh?
He said that a cure or even the scientific pursuit of a cure is not part of the Walking Dead.
No, I don't think that was ever the
Ethos.
intention.
Kirkman said that too.
What's
That
that?
was
Kirkman
his-
said that from
Kirkman
the
said
very
that from the
beginning.
beginning that was never a
Right.
So that's fine.
So but if there's no resolution, then it's basically nihilism porn, is what I called it. Like, in other words, how fucked up and wounded and or psychologically scarred are these characters going to get before they die?
I
Whether
like
by
the-
the hands of assholes or zombies. Like, it's the same fucking thing. I'm tired of it. I'm
Yeah,
bored.
no, I agree with you. I like George Romero's solution to his zombie. What would you call a 4-part? Not a no, it can't be a quadrilogy, but I mean, what a
Yeah, it's quadrology is what they call it.
quadrilogy. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's got his four kind of like the zombie
Of the dead
saga.
movies, yeah.
And Land of the Dead is the final in the series, and I like how he deals with it. I thought it was
did
great.
y'all
he
see
brings
that-
he brings an end to it.
that
Thought it
his
was great.
kid is doing a prequel
Yeah, his kid's doing a prequel
that he
and-
signed off on.
Yeah, I mean that's
So-
cool, But I mean, dude, the original is one of the greatest horror movies ever made. It's fucking great. It's
How did it end? I mean, I don't know.
what's cool is that they progress all of the series. All the movies kind of take place current day. We have Dawn of the we have Night of the Living Dead, which is in '68. And then we have, Dawn of the Dead and then Day of the Dead, which takes place in the 70s, and they play to their own themes. The Dawn of the Dead was a knock on consumerism, and takes place in a mall. Day of the Dead is kind of like an attack on a military-industrial complex. And the Land of the Dead is kind of like breaks balls on class warfare. And what ends up happening I love the movie. What happens is that the zombies, it takes place kind of in the future.
Okay.
And the zombies end up evolving.
Yeah.
They are able to think, and they're able to problem solve. And it's pretty fucking cool. It's a great movie. I like it.
Okay.
You should definitely check it out. It's
I think I have
beautiful Romero cheesiness, but it's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. It's got Dennis Hopper as the main villain. I didn't see it. John Leguizamo. Who was the guy who played on The Mentalist? Simon.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know
him.
Yeah. The fellow who played on The Mentalist plays the main character, and it's pretty cool. They have a large city that's kind of like a big, like a big sprawling kind of like, consumer. It's kind of like a private community, big luxury skyscraper with a Barron's town that goes around it. Well, there's this guy that's played by the Mentalist character that works for the rich people, and they have this huge assault vehicle that they've created that's called Dead Reckoning. And what they do is they go into the barren town outside of their own town, which of course is inhabited by zombies, and they go in there and they steal supplies to bring back to the rich people who pay them handsomely for it. And they kind of keep society going, as they say that it is. But what I love about that movie is the opening sequence, because the opening sequence shows up in the zombie land. And what's great is that they show a zombie that's dressed in a Letterman's jacket that looks like he played for a high school football team, and the other zombies dressed like a cheerleader, and they're holding hands. So they're starting to have these echoes of who they were. And what else is great, too, is they have a gazebo with a Dixieland zombie jazz band. But what's fucking great is that they can't play any songs. All they do is just sit there and mimic the old motions. So it kind of looks silly, but the thing with it is that it's showing you that they're having echoes of who they used to be. And it's a really fucking cool movie. I like it a lot. So, all right. Scott.
Hey.
Scott has coined a phrase on this show. It's called Blade Runner money,
dun, dun, dun.
which Blade Runner money was originally kind of like coined as an acceptable level of money. But what we found out with Blade Runner money is that if your movie loses $80 million plus, which is what Blade Runner lost, so what we can say is that Geostorm made Blade Runner money. So that's going to be a phrase that we'll coin from here on out.
Synonym for bomb.
Yeah, if something bombs really fucking bad, it made Blade Runner money.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I mean financially if it bombs, because the critics loved it and
a lot of
I loved it. And,
I think it might pick up some awards. You're going to see it pick up some technical awards here and there, but I don't think it's going to get any major stuff because the Oscars are also dictated by movies that are kind of commercially successful. So
yeah, I think that Ridley Scott movie is going to make it sweep the awards. Is my theory.
I think that the one that's going to take it, and they're getting a lot of buzz, is called The Darkest Hour, and it's Gary Oldman playing Winston Churchill. And they're saying that's going to be they're saying that's going to probably be the darling of the awards. So
it depends on, like I said, we got to wait for this Ridley Scott movie. I can't remember the name of it, but he's swapping out Kevin Spacey with Christopher
it's actually
Plummer.
in the news. So
okay.
I'll go ahead and report
there
it.
Is.
All right, Shazam has grounded. I'm sorry, Shazam has found it's Billy Batson. He's being played by Asher Angel, who's a kid that stars on the Disney Channel.
I looked him up. I don't know him at all.
Yeah, I think he's like, and I don't even think he's on a show. I think he's like a correspondent on Disney Channel. He does like little short stuff and all. But he's a good-looking little kid. He's cute as shit.
Family.
So I think he fits good. So
I'm assuming the audition he kicked ass. I mean, they're not just going to give that part out because,
to
a Disney star.
All those kids kick ass though.
But and that honestly, out of Shazam, the most important character to cast is the kid.
Right.
Because, he carries the shit, I mean...
Disney has a whole basket of kids just ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. So
Good, like really good actors.
So yeah, Warner Brothers ran in there and they raided the Disney vaults on that one. So, in other DC news, it's rumored that the main villain of Suicide Squad is going to be Black Adam.
Suicide Squad 2.
Suicide Squad 2 is rumored to feature Black Adam, who is already cast and played by The Rock.
Okay.
So he's the villain to Shazam, but he's not going to be in a Shazam movie, which makes sense. So.
Right, so he's going to be heading up Hateable Losers.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's going to go against the lovable losers, and on top of that is that they're going to prove that he's a lovable loser too.
Right.
And
see.
because Black Adam is more of an anti-hero character now than he is truly a villain. So
okay.
All right, on again and off again, Ben Affleck continues to be evasive about his future as Batman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the reason why he's being evasive, and I think that it's the majority of everything, he's waiting to see what this movie's going to do.
Yeah.
If this movie grosses big fucking money, he'll be back because he'll be able to command more money. But yeah, I mean, I think that I think he jumps ship if this movie ends up bombing or not performing to their expectations.
Where are we? Next weekend? It's this weekend, right?
Yeah,
it is this weekend.
This weekend coming up.
Yeah, it's this weekend. Yeah, I'm actually going to try to go see it Thursday.
I think I'm going to go Saturday morning.
So
I'm going to go Friday on my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of the Justice League, Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, she allegedly said that if Brett Ratner's production company continues to be affiliated with Wonder Woman, she won't return to the role. She has had a 3-picture deal, which she's fulfilled already. Wonder Woman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League fulfills her 3-picture deal. Warner has cut ties with Brett Ratner already, but as we're talking right now, as of this recording, Rat Pack Entertainment, which is his production company, is still tied to Justice League and all foreseeable Warner Brothers movies in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So
you said she allegedly said that. She didn't.
Warner Brothers is denying that she said that. She didn't come out publicly and say this.
She has not publicly come out and said she hasn't, though. And it's
and
headlining every website. I mean, from Hollywood Reporter to...
And I've seen a bunch of fucking dildos on Facebook like, oh, man, fuck her. Just recast her. Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, you definitely want to recast the woman that made $500 million for your fucking company. That makes...
Top-grossing origin film, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, so fire and recast her. Fucking go pull Linda Carter out of retirement. Why not?
There you go.
She still looks good. All right, this is going to be a new feature on PPV Guys. This is going to be the weekly sexual harassment report. This isn't going to be anything that we're going to get into too deep. I'm just going to throw them out there real quick. Charlie Sheen has been accused of having underage sex with Corey Haim when they were filming the movie Lucas. If you remember Denise Richards' deposition, she said that she caught Charlie Sheen with underage pornography on his computer that included both boys and girls. Who knows, man? The guy, I mean, all that Tiger Blood shit. I thought he was a fucking douche always, and it seems that now he's a monster as well as a douche. All right, George Takei, famous for Mr. Sulu on Star Trek. He's been accused of sexually harassing a man. He has come out and flat out denied that, but the only problem with it is that George was on Howard Stern 3 weeks previous to this and gave an interview of how he's acted inappropriately in the past.
Ooh.
So that doesn't really bode too well for him, but, we'll see. Andrew Kreisberg, who is the producer of all the CW DC shows, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. He has been placed on suspension due to sexual assault allegations. Kevin Spacey, he seemed to pop back up. He's being entirely cut from Ridley Scott's new movie, All the Money in the World. Ridley right now is intensely filming reshoots to replace him with Christopher Plummer. What's fucking crazy is this movie comes out in a month.
Yeah.
And they say that it's still going to stay on time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's pretty crazy.
That's why I'm thinking it could do really well at the Oscars, because I know that they were already mounting an Oscar campaign for Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and apparently Ridley Scott always wanted Christopher Plummer. And I think that if he puts in a great performance and he gets at least supporting actor, I don't know how long he's in it. I think he doesn't seem to be in it all that much.
Yeah, he's kind of like it's kind of like Darth Vader in Rogue One.
Right.
He's a big character, but he's kind of like driving shit behind the scenes
Yeah.
while there's other stuff that's happening.
So I'm thinking if he gets supporting actor, that may like send a message to Hollywood, hey, this kind of behavior is no longer going to be tolerated or accepted regardless of what it costs. Of course, that will also generate interest in people coming to see it. You know, Plumber's going to make way more money now as a result of this novelty. I put that in air quotes. So, there's a lot of unique things going on with this film, but I think that its chances of winning an Oscar or a lot of Oscars just went way up.
Yeah, we'll see. And I mean, what's pretty crazy is those reshoots are going to cost about $10 million.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's about right.
Alrighty, and slip away. All right, so our next one here. EPs Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan have left Universal, putting the future of their dark universe into question. I don't think The Mummy did well. It made Blade Runner money, and what it came down to is
domestically
they sat back.
Globally,
Globally it did very well.
Very
So I mean,
well.
I'm just busting balls, but it didn't perform well domestically. Honestly, I think that these two guys were ready to move forward, and Universal is dragging its feet.
Yes.
So they're like, fuck it. If y'all aren't going to do it, and it looks like,
we'll do
y'all aren't going to take the chance, we're just going to kind of mosey on the road,
And we should have known that when they did the Dracula movie, and then it took them 25 years to do this Mummy movie.
Yeah, right.
So.
Toodaloo, don't take any wooden nickels, go with God. See you later, Universal. All right, Netflix has announced that Stranger Things has been renewed for a third and fourth season, and all original content for Marvel will remain on the channel. When Disney's service launches, however, all new projects will air on their service. Now, this is Marvel. So what we're talking about is that The Punisher, Daredevil,
Jessica Jones,
the umbrella of the Defenders property. That is going to stay on Netflix, and it is going to move forward on Netflix. So if there's other seasons and things like that, it's going to stay right there at home. And I heard a rumor that fucking Moon Knight shows up in the Punisher series. So they might be plugging that in before they go. But they said that everything now moving forward that's brand new for TV is going to be exclusive to the Disney streaming service.
Yeah,
But all the other shit is gone. All the Marvel movies are leaving Netflix. All the Star Wars movies are leaving Netflix. I don't know what they're doing for television. I don't know. But
nothing was developed for television with Netflix, so I would wager they're gone too.
Well, let's learn something from Bob Iger here, who was the major, the grand poobah of Disney, the CEO of everything.
Take it away, Bob.
He announces that the new Disney streaming service will come in at a considerably lower price point than Netflix and will feature new content for Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars will have a live action show as part of the channel. The series is expected to launch with 500 movies and about 7,000 episodes of TV, which seems like a lot, but that's only about 25% of what Netflix carries on their service. They're saying a launch price of about $5 to $6, and then as it gets bigger, as it gets bigger, the price will go up as time goes on.
Let's be honest, like 75% of what's on Netflix is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look. The reason I watch Netflix for their original programming.
Yep.
I mean, and some of the other shit. Karen and I watch Shameless. That's a Showtime show. Yeah. We watch some stuff on there, but I'm 90% of my Netflix experience is watching their original programming.
Yeah, I'd say 85 of mine. I watched Shooter recently, the TV show, and it was decent.
Yeah.
So every once in a while you'll get a gem on there. That's how I got into Breaking Bad.
It's real fast on the streaming next. Did you see that Amazon is also in the talks of launching their own free ad-based streaming service? That's going to basically be something like a Hulu or whatnot, where they're
so they're going to launch it for free, and you watch with commercials.
Commercials, but
or
it's not
you pay and kill the commercials.
No, this is something totally different. This is not like Amazon Prime where they have their things. This is like going back and watching MASH or going back and watching all of the Law and Orders or the whatever. Like it's almost like a Hulu. So right now they're wine and dining networks to try and
There you go.
get their free.
The future of TV.
They're also saying
The death of cable.
They're also saying that they're going to be opening a facility here in Louisiana, right?
They sure are. Yeah.
Wait,
New
we're
Orleans
getting
or Louisiana? Like,
They're opening it up in somewhere like outside of
Shreveport?
Covington, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Yeah. Oh no, it's Lafayette is where they're moving.
Lafayette,
Yeah, they're
okay.
moving up. They're moving an Amazon warehouse there.
We got a warehouse in Lafayette.
We're gonna.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
oh,
So
it's just a warehouse?
It's a
you ever-
distribution center.
have you ever seen
Okay.
an Amazon distribution center?
It's-
No, have you seen one before?
No, I haven't.
It's
Yeah, it's
Like
you could
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
you could
And-
put 20 C-130s inside of one.
Okay.
It's fucking massive, and it's a lot of good employment opportunities and offers
Oh,
good
great.
jobs.
yeah,
So
okay.
yeah.
that's a good thing for us. Also, Lucasfilm announces that Rian Johnson is developing a new Star Wars trilogy that is unique from the franchise. There's no details except that he'll write, produce, and direct the first movie and serve as executive producer on the other two.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, apparently Disney's very happy with The Last Jedi and what he's done. And I mean, as an extreme outsider looking in, I mean, I don't know a fucking thing. I know as much as you guys know. But if you've noticed, there is not a peep of bullshit that's come out of that production. Not a peep. Nobody hurt. Nobody fucking fired. Nobody disagreeing. Nobody storming off set. There was
Technically,
not
someone
been-
did disagree, but it sounds like a good one.
What's
Because
that?
Mark Hamill had said that when he had read the script, he was like, hold on a goddamn second. And had to sort of be talked off the ledge
Right.
from Rian Johnson, but now he's like,
And also Harrison Ford getting hurt. I mean, that's
well,
an accident.
that was J.J. Abrams's.
But it's still. I mean, I
party.
can't. That's what. So he didn't have a safety hat on. I can't. I mean, I think both Abrams and this movie both are on the high up as far as keeping it right.
Well, I think that's the thing. These guys here are saying, Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams, they've been, unlike the Lego guys and Gareth Edwards, I mean, they've been very happy with their work and what they've
Right.
done. So, and I think JJ, a lot of people disagree probably, but I think JJ is the right guy to bring back for 9 for the simple fact that we've lost Carrie Fisher. If Carrie Fisher was still alive and kicking, I'd be interested in seeing them go in maybe a different direction for a director. But I think he's the right guy.
I think he's the right guy too.
He kicked it off with episode 7, and he's got the right guy. And I think having Chris Terrio on there, like, Batman versus Superman, yeah, dude. But his hands were tied by Warner and dealing with Zack Snyder's stupid
Yes.
fucking shit. I mean, the guy wrote Argo, which is an excellent movie.
A good movie, yeah.
And I guarantee you, JJ writing with this guy, I think it's going to be really good.
Yep.
Jessica Chastain says she would love to play the older Beverly in the It sequel. She previously worked on director Andy Muschietti's movie Mama, and the two have remained friends. I'm still pushing for Amy Adams because
Yep.
that little girl looks just like her.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain, if she plays older Beverly,
She can do it.
that's a solid fucking actress, man.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
One down.
So
Let's go.
yeah, there it is. All right, Mad Max director George Miller is suing Warner Brothers for lost profits on Mad Max Fury Road. His production company claims that Warner didn't calculate earnings properly, which has netted a $7 million loss and has actually delayed a sequel.
How they say they lost $7 million on Mad Max?
No, they're saying that the formula wasn't configured properly for the production company to get their profits. So they're saying there's basically flawed math that has fucked them out of $7 million.
Oh.
And using that as an excuse to levy delaying a sequel. So
Okay.
George is pretty pissed off about that, and he ain't a spring chicken either.
No,
So,
yeah.
I mean, dude, he was 70 when he fucking filmed, Fury
Right.
Road, and that was 2.5 years ago that movie
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
So,
so good, man. So
oh, it's
good.
a fucking awesome movie. But anyway, we had a little bit of drama. We'll just jump to our show topic here and spend a couple of minutes before we wrap her up here. But we had some drama this week. There was the shit was on, then the shit was off. But they're saying now the shit's still in the back room.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about Disney possibly acquiring 21st Fox, 21st Century Fox. I went and read exclusively about this because I wanted to make sure that the info was correct for the topic. So I'll just lay it out here real quick. If Disney was to purchase 21st Century Fox, it would be for the properties of television and movies. They would not be able to have any take over sports or news broadcast.
Would they get Fox Channel?
Yes, they would
So
get
they
the
would get the
Simpsons, they would
and-
get the X-Files, they would get all that shit. And and the Wall Street Journal, the reason why they wrote this, they said the reason why Disney is interested in this is for 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is the streaming. Because here's the thing about Disney and where their power comes in playing the streaming game. Where they come in playing the streaming game is Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu. Yeah, they have original content, but they have to pay a fuckload of money to produce that stuff, and then they have to pay for the licensing to do all this other shit and pay royalties. Disney has such a massive fucking catalog. They can just throw that shit on there because other income sources have paid for that shit already.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to come up with original programming. They're going to totally do that, and they're going to lift their prices as that shit comes out.
Wow.
But the thing with it is that if they own all that crap, dude, think about that. They own the X-Files. They own fucking Arrested Development. They own The Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad. Think of all the Fox shows.
Arrested Development seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah, but did Netflix buy it, or is Netflix just distributing that show?
I thought Netflix was producing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's
They
the
did.
thing. And funny you bring that up. This is the other reason why they want to acquire 21st Century Fox.
That would be something. Arrested Development, just to be dicks.
Yeah, right. 2020, which is 2 years from now, or less than 2 years from now. The rights for The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi are going to return to Disney, the distribution rights. A New Hope will never return to Disney because half of it is owned by Fox and half of it is owned by Lucas. So the thing with it is that if Disney ever wanted to release any type of maxi box set or do anything like that or redistribute it or do whatever it is, they don't have total ownership over A New Hope. They own half of it. Fox owns the other half. That's small shit as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. But here's the third big one. Dude, Fox has the fucking X-Men. If you go and you buy that out, I mean, dude, you've got probably the second most profitable comic book movie franchise in your fucking pocket.
You heard that one of the writers of Deadpool actually wrote a letter to Fox begging them not to sell to Disney.
Well, because he's a dumb fuck and doesn't realize that that Disney produces R-rated movies also. He's just trying to stir shit because he's a fucking ignorant bastard.
Do they produce R-rated superhero movies, though?
Fuck, why wouldn't they? Do it under a different thing.
Because the only reason I say that is because that Netflix stuff is staying on Netflix and it's not going to the Disney streaming.
They could come up. Yeah, they could come up with a Deadpool. They could come up with a side company and just come in and say, okay, look,
Disney Dark.
Well, no, Disney owns Touchstone,
right?
So they could go there and say it's the same thing as Shazam. Shazam is a Warner Brothers DC property, but it's being released by New Line Cinema.
Is Shazam going to be R?
No. New Line Cinema is owned by Warner Brothers.
Right.
So Touchstone, who has done a lot of R-rated movies for Disney, they could go in there and say, okay, Deadpool is going to be a R-rated movie that's produced by Touchstone Pictures.
Are they still around? Sorry.
I mean, even if they're not, I mean, dude, they can make something up. Like they say, Disney Dark,
Right.
Mickey Mouse says, go fuck yourself, limited, and put Deadpool, whatever on there. So, I mean, that's really the 3 things. Disney is really in a strong position with this streaming thing already. If they go and they buy Fox, I mean, dude, that's pretty fucking sick. Because then they own all that shit, and all these other companies like Netflix and Hulu now has to go to the table with them to try to get some of that content.
Right.
Yeah. So it becomes a double thing for them. They even say, you know what, man, we're not really interested in streaming that to you. If you want back catalogs of The Simpsons or The X-Files and all these great Fox properties, get on Disney streaming.
Right.
So there you go.
I wonder if that I mean, like John brought up a good point. I mean, you did too, but Netflix, who watches that crap on Netflix? I mean, Netflix has a lot of crap.
Oh, they got a lot of bullshit.
But their original programming is really... it's where it's at.
Yeah.
Netflix
and their exclusive like comedy shows.
Yeah, dude,
comedy concerts.
Netflix has 3 things going for it. It's original content, and also they play a lot of premium channel stuff like Shameless and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they got some really fucking good documentaries that I've watched on there. Other than that, everything else, I mean, dude, okay, what, I want to watch Starship Troopers? Okay.
Not the original either. Like, it's like part 3. But I guess my point is Netflix might just be like, whatever, take it. We don't need it. We have Stranger Things season 3 and 4 coming up.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, though. But you
we
have
a
to.
Dave Chappelle.
But, dude, I guarantee you, Netflix's assholes puckering on this thing.
Well, not only that, what we
as
haven't
is
talked
Hulu's,
about,
as is Amazon
well,
Prime.
No, Amazon Prime actually has fucking sports. They've got NFL games, dude. Like,
yeah.
And
they got the tie-in with HBO also.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if Fox is going to make the cut. I know that they're all in on news and sports, but if you're dealing with Amazon as a competitor in terms of another set of money to get, broadcasting rights, I all they got going is the news at that point.
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna have sports soon. I think the NFL is gonna go, oh look what Disney just did.
Right.
Oh, look what we're just gonna launch our own NFL network and stream almost like what ESPN does now, but stream games from all over the all over the country.
I don't know that they have the bandwidth. I really don't know that they have the
NFL?
bandwidth. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless the NFL builds an entire extra network of fiber, sure. But I don't think they can stream real time.
Dude, I think as time goes on, as time does with all this bullshit, man, you're going to see these major media fucking conglomerates. They're all going to break off on their own.
Oh, totally.
The fact that you can watch an NFL game on Twitter.
It would not shock me if the NFL actually came in eventually and said, you know what, fuck everybody. We're just going to stream our own shit.
That's what I just said.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. And you said, hey, look, they're streaming on Twitter. Fair enough. But how many people that are watching that game are watching it on Twitter versus television? Television can handle high def signal to millions of homes. I mean, I can tell you the weekend that Stranger Things came out, it bogged down my network. I mean, maybe that was incidental, but it was running very slow, and no one was watching the same shows at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
To be fair, my network on downloads were fine. Anytime I tried to send an email or something like that, it was a motherfucker. So your upload is what killed you. So I mean, but yeah, it was fucked up. So
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, Super Bowl, I don't see being streamed exclusively.
Well, the Super Bowl is where everybody buys in.
Look, for a sake of convenience, I really hope that Disney buys Fox because it would just be awfully convenient. But
to be able to watch everything.
When I sit back and I look at all this shit, these motherfuckers have way too much power, dude. They gotta they gotta be relaxed at some point.
Well, it's a monopoly situation.
Yeah, dude, it's getting to a point now. I mean, dude, look, I mean, I love Netflix. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see Netflix fall on its ass. I really don't.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? That's the thing, and I understand. But I mean, dude, as they start, if you see a big, fucking runoff on subscriptions, all these shows that we love kind of start dying away. I think Stranger Things now will kind of be their golden calf over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Until they come out with something new. But, I mean, that, Ozark, the Marvel stuff, that's all big shit for them. But I don't know. Personally, as long as that quality of stuff stays there, I will continue to pay for my Netflix subscription.
As
Scott,
will I.
Well, Scott, you're lucky. You get yours built in.
For free, right.
Which
but still, even if I didn't, I would still pay for it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And just to let you guys know, it's Sprint now that actually has the HBO subscription instead of the Netflix.
So does AT&T, I think. I think AT&T does an HBO subscription, too.
Yeah, and Verizon basically says, look, dude, we sell it on our service, so we don't have to give you shit. We have good service, and we're not bundling in a fucking thing.
Whatever, I'll take my Netflix.
So that's it. But anyway, I mean, there you go. I mean, I'm of two schools of thought. For a convenience thing, and to be able to sit there, especially with Marvel tuning down this fucking Avengers thing, and to watch this phase kind of end in a couple of years, and to watch this deal happen, I was like, man, well, fuck, now you can launch the next phase with the X-Men characters and have it all in-house to where all these characters can kind of do their thing, and they can reboot it, and they can plan it for the future and do all this different shit. that side of me is like, dude, I hope they fucking buy it. But then when I hear that you're going to fleece a movie theater for fucking 70% because they're not going to show your movie for 4 weeks in your largest auditorium, that part of me sits there and says, I hope that Fox shits in your mouth.
Yeah, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
We don't want that.
No. Yeah, and I mean, that's things we're not even thinking of, dude. If they buy 21st Century Fox and, dude, they buy that, dude, fuck TV. Think of the fucking library they buy.
Yeah.
Dude, just think of Fox fucking movies. I can't think of any offhand, but I'm going to go look and just get a list of Fox's top 50 movies and just see what the fuck it is out of curiosity. I guarantee you.
Die Hard is in there.
Guarantee you sit there and you look at that and you're like, motherfucker, they're going to get that? I guarantee you that's going to be your reaction more than 20 times.
Yeah.
So,
easily.
So there you go,
They were one of the original studios, man. They've
oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean,
they're a big deal.
Hold on before we go. Top 50
20th Century Fox.
21st Century Fox.
Hold on, motherfucker. By Fox.
I mean, just as a comic book fanboy, just to get all of that into one thing, like Chris was saying, is pretty amazing. It's like, wow, we get to actually see all these guys in the same movie together. Like, we never got that before.
I mean, Jackman would
that's what I'm saying.
How about this list? I'm going to fire off their top 25 really fucking quick, okay? Avatar. Star Wars, which they already own.
Let me just say, the Avatar thing
already has a park in.
They already have a park.
Okay, well, of course, right. So they own it and they plug it in.
It might be a little closer than we think.
So dude, let's hit it. So look, Avatar, Star Wars, which they own, Deadpool, Independence Day, Home Alone, Night at the Museum, X-Men, Castaway, The Martian, Logan, Mrs. Doubtfire, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Ice Age. Dude, they'll own fucking Ice Age and all that shit. Mm-hmm. The Croods, The Day After Tomorrow, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Revenant, The Simpsons movie, Planet of the Apes, How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, dude, on the list, Gone Girl. I mean, dude, these are all fucking, big movies.
And like didn't DreamWorks do How to Train Your Dragon?
Yes, which Touchstone Pictures is a part of. So.
Grr. Oh, the tentacles. The tentacles.
Oh, dude, they'd own Kingsman.
That's okay.
I mean, but I'm just saying, dude. Oh, dude, they'd own fucking Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Hey, I'm on board. Now I hope they get it. Dude, they own Dodgeball. I mean, dude, how do you not sell it?
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Fuck it. Take away everything that I said. Buy it. Buy it. I'm in.
Let's see where this goes.
That's it. Stick a dick in everybody's ass, Disney. Just buy it all. I'm thrilled.
Stick a tower.
That's great. All right, guys, we got anything to add?
No.
Nope.
All right, we appreciate you guys listening. Jump over to www.ppvguys.com. You can check out previous episodes there. We also invite you to jump on Facebook, join our group, PPV Guys. You can join the conversation with us. We got people that are joining all the time. We're having some conversations back and forth. It's a lot of fun. Also, subscribe over there at iTunes at PPV Guys or Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar. You can check us out there. We ask you, please give us a rating. 5 stars, please. Don't be a dick and give us 2 or 3. If you're a true fan, write us a review. You write reviews, you give us ratings, we go further up the ladder. So we would certainly appreciate that from you. Also, check out our friends at Scary Thoughts. Also, check out our friends at Not Real Rodeo. Thank you for listening. And team. You are listening to Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar.
Television.
Movies.
Pop culture.
Keep up with the latest news from Luke Skywalker all the way to Batman.
From Netflix to the CW.
And all the news in between.
Please subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
Or stream our episodes from ppvguys.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at PPV Guys.
Check out our friends Not Real Radio at notrealradio.com for our segment Not Real Movie News.
Should you listen to more? Yes. Will you agree? Maybe.
Jury's out.
Indeed.
Thank you for listening.
And action.